All right. All right. What do I have to do? Out to guard. Yeah, I got knocked.
Shulsky, this yours?
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
Can I ask why the sudden change of plans? Anyone I should thank?
If he wants to, he'll tell you himself.
Thank you.
I forgot about this part. Want to note. I don't know, Abby. Look at this shit. Your blue eyes. Face. Pick it up. I can go from here. Over there, of course not. Down here. That's right where I came from, huh? Got through all this. We can go here, huh? Oh. Can't go in any of these places. I kinda wish this was like more like Diablo. Water. Instead of like a turn-based, it'd been fun. Like your experience points. It's cool. I can. I do this one. Really don't have to do that. Like a light RPG, I guess.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
I don't know what that means.
I'm curious myself. I haven't had a chance to find out.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
Feel that.
I think I ought to arrest you, Taumaturge.
I haven't done anything, officer. What's the problem?
I barely recognize you either. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
Uncle Voronian?
I will not
shit.
keep you. The guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasio. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go on. We'll talk later.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but... For now, I don't have time to think things through calmly.
Who's this?
Look at yourself. What happened?
Hold on.
I took a short trip to a Warsaw jail.
What? Are you joking? During the funeral? Are you alright?
Everything's fine, don't worry. Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but... what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late. And we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Well, there's nowhere you can escape to now, is there, Father?
I didn't mean to interrupt. May I take a moment of your time?
I was reflecting at the grave of my beloved father.
Stanisław and I were acquainted.
I don't understand what that is.
You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
I haven't had time to think about it.
I understand. I hope you'll find some reason to stay here a little longer. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Kanichkin. Ivan Kanichkin. Goodbye.
Ivan Kanishkin.
Such interesting friends you had.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Grandpa Nikodem, a thaumaturge. I barely remember him. Great-grandmother Josefina, a thaumaturge.
This kind of getting annoying.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Jesus.
Love at a funeral. Eros post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstantia Shabwowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Nina.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually spurring you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
I shouldn't have went with her. Already checked this out. I did. Always explore new places. church. Alright, at least.
Young Mr. Shulsky, after all these years, goodness gracious, you're drenched!
Good evening, Grażynka.
Evening. My, you're soaked. Come to the kitchen now. You can warm up by the stove. And that drunken judge, maybe you can drag him out too.
Where's my sister?
In the study, already waiting with the lawyer. She said you were running late. Should I make you some cocoa, master? It would warm you up a little.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today. But you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Petya! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
Order it. Butter. Grab a couple steaks. I'll be right back. That's weird.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
Get off earlier. You should get off earlier.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
You'll have to wait a moment yet, Uncle.
Yeah. What? Oh.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
I found this one.
That's not ours. He got it from some woman. Married up to do. So, to an easy death, as Stasio and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone? Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Stasio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both.
No.
Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
You'll all have to wait for me a moment yet.
All right, but hurry up.
That wasn't here. Oh, fuck, it was right here. Good.
Oh, I did one of my... Do it.
Ah. I should have saved it earlier.
I don't want to put my foot in my...
Well, Voro... Just... Good.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble.
But this was Stasio's. It was special.
I think you mean Queen's liqueur with amber. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got...
Now,
I suppose I'm...
good luck. How did it go? Mission accomplished?
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raise a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone? I suppose there's no reason to bear grudges or be angry, is there? Stasio?
To an easy death.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Stasio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both. Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him, Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
You'll all have to wait for me a moment yet.
All right, but hurry up.
I don't think so. Maybe just, yeah, go ahead. Anything else? What? Yeah. See how much the ribeyes are. Bro, how much? 2 of them? We had to do what she wanted to do. Yeah, I thought y'all went hiking. Bro? I do. I think you did that for just for. I didn't know.
I walked around.
You lost money because you wanted to go hiking. That's what I feel like.
I am ready, Mr. Shulsky. I only need all of you to be present. Can we start reading your father's will?
Patience was never my father's strong suit. But you'll have to arm yourself with a bit more of it.
You know what? I think we should do it. You got enough sodas? Yeah. I don't think you don't have to keep it in the refrigerator.
Mr. Shulsky,
Yes, let his will be done. Again.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulsky's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888.
Damn.
In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen. Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter Ligia Shulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
What's wrong with you? Fishing bit and then
Now, Mr. Fedorov, what did my father leave my mother?
Victor, be serious.
Nothing. There is a special item reflecting the absolute lack of any bequest to my former spouse, Nadia Fyodorovna Voronina. I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late
How's
Mr.
that?
Shulsky used it up until his death. Yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
Just have to find it, huh?
Did Father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
Is it?
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
The book.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling.
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. They were to see him there in that condition.
Ow.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Taumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the
Śródmieście.
police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Ooh.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
Oh.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him, myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person, to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined the Nijitas, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock-taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
Yes, I do.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead.
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Okay, now where do we go?
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The Lone Shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
Yeah, at 3. At that. How do I move over? What is this? There's some more in here. mysterious one.
The telephone.
Telephone.
Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me
Rasputin.
now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Rasputin.
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
How did you know I have a telephone at home?
Something's interrupting you, Victor. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes. 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
Number 7.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
Excuse me. It's magic.
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
I'll get going.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Ligia?
Yes?
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumyantseva.
What the hell?
Who is she? And what did Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
What's a soiree?
How long did you say you lived with Mother in Paris? Just a party, if you like. Do you know...
Very funny.
And I won't take no...
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do some...
Alright.
Master Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
Yes, a cup of cocoa would do me good.
Help yourself. The pot is in the salon, along with some of your favorite cookies. It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
And so, the great Stanisław Szulski is dead, crushed by a building. Can't say I'd wish a death like that on anybody.
An awful death. Sheer cruelty. Mr. Shulsky didn't deserve it. Now all we can do is think back on what a wonderful man he was.
That won't take long.
Yeah. Alright. Where you at? Oh, okay. Alright, bye. All right. Anslow.
So, this death, what do you make of it, Grushenka?
I'll tell you in confidence, Master Shulsky. Now, I'm a simple woman, but something about your father's death doesn't sit right with me.
How do you mean, Grushenka?
Don't you suspect some impure powers had a hand in it?
Do you mean it could have something to do with thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy?
That I don't know. Look at us jabbering while there are potatoes not peeled. Forgive me, Master.
Ligia won't open up to me, but how is she doing?
She's having a rough time, the poor dear. Her heart is... She keeps her chin up and doesn't give in. And it's good she's... Only she's started... She takes after her father.
Another time, Grzynka. I'll get out of your way.
Always...
I think I pretty much like what's this?
Excuse me?
Damn it. I forgot to turn the key.
Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
I won't bother you.
All right.
Somebody's like, I guess somebody's like fucking there's a steady hand first.
Well, let's get this over with.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Something's missing. Something's amiss. I'm not worried about it. Let me just do this.
Well, let's get this...
I couldn't help noticing you're struggling for inspiration.
You've got a keen eye. The book makes it easier? I have to guess what everyone has in their mind.
Is there any way I can help?
I want to know what people look for in fashion these days. Back in the day, all you needed was 2 pant-legs and a space for your Johnson. I don't know what else there is to it. If you tell me that, I'll be grateful.
I'll sue you anything you want in return. Let me sharpen my senses. I won't bother you. All right.
Let me see. Let me just may have something to do with... Dude, come on.
Let's wait. So, did you miss the city? Me neither. Let's wait until... So, let's kill some time.
Get a steak for when your life is at stake. Make any vampire quickly retire. An aspen steak for you, sir? Premium wood, carved at midnight on the solstice. They're cheap.
Vampires? I don't think so.
What do you mean? They...
Vampires are salutors attracted by blood and sizzle.
It's what people be...
The steaks are
Holy icon.
table salt?
Consecrated, but the steaks, I tell you, sir.
Do you believe it?
I believe in money. And if people are willing to buy a stick, then who am I to argue?
This buried magician, is it Schultz?
I think so. It makes no difference to me.
For him, steaks are not enough. We need to...
Don't tell anyone or I'll...
Goodbye. I hope the vampires don't take...
They have no... Hey, please.
Wait till... Maybe not.
What is this foolishness? Open this gate!
Right. No one can keep us from entering the cemetery. It's a free country. Well, how long are you going to keep wagging your chins? If it's closed, it's closed! Oh, Mr. Schultzky, finally.
I can see you've been waiting for me. Would my presence help solve some kind of issue?
I won't talk about it out here in front of these boors. Come inside.
You're letting him in, Gravedigger? What the hell is going on?
Shut your mouths or I won't open till Judgment Day. This is about your father, you know.
I need to run some errands. How about I come back some other time?
I'm trying to run this across.
Come in.
I'll come back some other time.
God damn it.
As you wish, sir. Ah, the talkative gentleman. Sit down, please.
Please set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
I can't help noticing that you're the most tight-lipped barber I've been to. And even you admit that you rarely talk to clients. Why is that?
When I prepared them for their final journey, it's hard to ask for their opinion.
So you style the deceased too?
Mostly. They still need to look good. After all, you only get a funeral once in your lifetime. So, what do you think? Do you like it?
I'm not sure.
Maybe too much, but that's all right.
That one, I like that one.
I'm sorry. I don't use...
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice.
Huh? Right on you. Right on you. Alright, I'm gonna off for a minute.